Greetings, fellow noobs, and welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus, and I am bringing you this 1v1 on that super cool new map called Testbug. I just pulled another game from the New England StarCraft, League's tournament that we looked at the last Testbug match on, and apparently Dan Katz and Ryan Nova are playing in the same room or nearby because they can hear each other. And that's who's playing. We got Dan Katz here spawning at the top, and the top left, I suppose we would call it, or the northwest, as the blue Zerg, and down here is the pink Protoss. We have Ryan Nova. Once again, this is from the New England StarCraft League's Season 1 S1T1 tournament, or T1S1 tournament. I don't remember which. If you've forgotten about them and you're from the New England area, be sure to check them out at NESC2league.com. And thanks again to Patrick for this batch of replays. He is the founder. He's nice enough to send me a little history of their StarCraft 2 League, as I've been, as all the NuubCasters have been talking about and considering trying to get something similar going here in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. We got several large cities that would just, and there's no tournaments around here, no local land type tournaments, as Dan Katz drops the 15 hatch, I'm sorry. Let me get that production tab up for you guys. You know, the closest tournaments that are around here to drive to, one was in, like, I think there was one in Maryland, which is like not too bad, 4-hour drive or so. And then the next closest one was in Maine, I'm guessing, probably one put on by these guys. But you know, you would think with New York and Philly and Jersey City, Trenton, these, you know, that there would be some StarCraft players and they'd be getting some organization for an actual physical land tournament, you know, as much as you can do a physical land tournament with this game, as the spawning pool pops before our very eyes. Queen on the way out. And is that the first queen? Yep, it is. And Ryan Nova chrono boosting both his warp gate tech and his first stalker. Both gases up and running. Likely to see a couple more gates coming out next. Probably 3 if he is like any other tosser. Bro tosser. And the first lings coming out onto the field, and speed going down for Dan Katz. Only 1 gas for Dan Katz, not really needing any other, not even mining out of it because he just wanted the gas for that speed, immediately pulling guys off then to go back to mining minerals. Very common play with Zerg in the early game, wanting to put on that speedling pressure. Once again, one of the cool features of this map is we see the Stalker out and the Sentry going to easily be able to push back those lings. One of the features of this map are, of course, this central Xel'Naga tower and these 3 surrounding towers, 1 for each base, that are covered in destructible rocks or debris. Once again, if you forget, there are 5 bases, not 5 maps, 5 bases attributed to each spawning position. The 3 here along the base, main, natural, 3rd, gold, and 1 behind the gold, and those are constant. We have a triple mirror here on Testbug. Interesting pylon placement, because once he puts his Nexus here, he's going to have just a very narrow lane, even narrower than his ramp, to get units through. We have a Void Ray out for Ryan Nova, and rallied directly to this base, so we are going to see some Void Ray harass. Void Ray and a Queen one-on-one. I'm pretty sure goes to the Void Ray if it is charged. If it is not charged, I am not certain that it would win a one-on-one battle. And now, did he cancel the Void Ray or did it get out? It did get out, and there it goes. And the Phoenix is on the way as well. We've got the Roach Warren down, and several spine crawlers charging up on the Overlord. Gotta like that. Not close to being food locked, but he could get over here and immediately lost his charge, however. The Queen wants to get into it with him. Oh, waited too long. And now it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Alright, Ryanova getting out of dodge. Doesn't want to have to try and face off against two Queens. Phoenix out, going to be doing some Overlord harassment or dismemberment, however you would like to view it, but not yet getting damn cats close to any kind of supply block or food block or whatever the phrase is for Zerg. I don't know. There is a technical term for what the Zerg eats, but I don't know what it is. Somebody told me once and I forgot. And another Void Ray out into the field for Ryanova. And it looks like we are into the mid game with some, wow, lots and lots of Queens. 4 damn cats. Looks like it's going to be Queens into a Spire. And there's a Spire. 4 Queens there. 1 Queen down here at the natural. That's 5 Queens. I guess just playing defense. After this game, well after this game, you may recall, Day 9's one of Day 9's recent Fun Day Mondays was Mass Queens. Constant Queen production. Turned out to be really cool for Zerg with a lot of interesting play coming out of it, and now very nice lift of the Queen, easily and quickly going to be taken down by these Void Rays. But 5 more Queens coming to the fight, and no, we do not want to stick around for that. Not a chance. We do have Glial Reconstitution down for the Roach speed, but there are no Roaches on the field, so I guess we are going to see some mid-game Roaches from damn cats, which is becoming more and more popular, is to forgo Roaches in the early game, get some Queens and Lings, and then bring out your Roaches in the mid to late game as you get more and more expansions, as we're seeing damn cats drop his 3rd over here, kind of hidden in the extended 3rd base over here. More air harass coming in, getting a scout around. Is Nova going to be picking off or shooting at those Overlords? But again, the Queen's able to move around pretty quickly on the creep and able to get there in a hurry and stave off that harassment. Now we do have mutas on the field, just only 5 of them, with 5 more on the way, and still 2 more to come, but we will have 10 mutas on the field very shortly. We do have several Zerglings out as well, looking for a ground push, as we do have Colossus now on the field for Ryanova, along with several Zealots and a couple of Sentries and Stalkers. Well, several Stalkers, a few Zealots. And look, they both have the same idea of breaking down those rocks. And yet, they barely saw each other. The Zerglings are going to get out of there rather quickly. Would be good if Ryanova went ahead and took that 3rd at this point. He does have a fairly good-sized army here, though I'm not sure. We have to... The Queens aren't going to go out in the field. There is an Infestor, 13 mutas, 30 Lings, and now the mutas are going to come in and harass. And they... I'm not sure... They just do so good against Protoss in the harass department because it's so rare for Protoss to put up a ton of cannons. And oh man, easily going to snipe off this Colossus. That's a big loss for the Protoss player. What he was doing out there is completely beyond me. He doesn't have a rally out there. What was he doing? Pardon me. Sneezed and lost my headphones all at the same time. But now Ryan Nova is angry and he's not going to take it anymore. As you've heard me say probably at least a dozen times, the best way to deal with Mutalisk harassment is to go frickin' kill the guy. And that is what Ryan Nova appears to be headed for. Phoenix are very good against mutas, except you don't want to face off with just 2 against a bunch. Oh, what it was just a few zealots. Didn't do a whole lot of damage and got taken out by a butt ton of Zerglings. That is a lot of Lings, man. The Baneling nest going down, looking to turn those Zerglings into those Lings into blings, let's say. I really think that Ryan Nova is at a point where he should push before the Baneling nest completes, before before the Zerg is able to get any more powerful in this army. I think he should push out. I'm not 100% sold that he's got enough to take on the Zerg army at this moment, but I think if he waits too long, he is going to be further behind. Let's check out the food. Actually, he is a little bit ahead as far as food. He's 10 food ahead, but that could easily be accounted for in the Colossus themselves. Let me check out income. Pretty even. Again, I think just waiting too long. May just be my impatience. It is a bigger map, and so these maps do lend themselves towards longer gameplay, towards more macro-centered games. Ooh, that was, look at that. You see that? Oh, this is nice. See what he's doing there? You see what Damn Cats is doing there? He's egging the Phoenix out. Infestor gonna poke its head and fungal those Phoenix. Watch. Oh, I actually hope it works because it's such a good idea. But it doesn't look like he's gonna fall for it. Oh, here they come again. Here they come again. Let's see. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on, you've got enough. You've got enough. Oh, he did it! Oh, yes! And the Phoenix pick up the Infestor and kill the Infestor. Actually, that really didn't do all that much. I don't think he lost. How many Phoenix did he lose? Not very many at all. But all of their shields were taken away, and a lot of them are very much on their last legs. See, several in the red, several in the orange. But that was very, very cool tactic by Damn Cats. So very cool. And here come the gazillion Zergling march. Good force field pushing them back, or just making Ryan Nova waste force field, which is always very good. Always a good idea. These Phoenix are going to do all kinds of damage with these mutas and these overlords. But just making time for these banelings to get done. Ryan Nova, where are you going, dude? Picking up a queen, moseying on over to, trying to mosey on over. More Zerglings coming out. Holy cow, 36 Zerglings being made at once. And here is the response by Damn Cats moving into the expansion here, and Ryan Nova wisely going to come in and fight. And once he takes care of this army, which I think he can do rather simply, these Zerglings are not going to live very long, and Damn Cats with the GG. Not a bad game, a little slow. Not real pleased with the unit composition of Damn Cats. He made a Roach Warren. He got the Roach speed, and I don't believe he made a single Roach, which would have been actually if he made a bunch of Roaches instead of those all those Zerglings and Banelings. We're probably looking at a a different game. But thanks for hanging in, guys. Keep climbing that ladder.